murder.
Please take a seat.
Thank you. Jennifer told us today that on Monday the 11th she came to visit you.
Monday the 11th?
Yeah.
I think I can recall her being here, actually. I think she was here, Monday morning, I think she left about 11 a.m.
Right, okay.
It does become public.
If the solicitor's memory is reliable, Jennifer Wilmington has lied again. But Mel and Nick must not take his word for granted.
When people come to visit, do they log in or make an appointment?
They do, yeah. Yeah.
Will we be able to confirm what time she was here?
Yeah. Here we are. Oh, I do apologise. She was here on the 11th, but she was here from 11:40 to 12:30.
Okay, excellent. Dum dum dum.
What was it?
Jennifer Wilmington is cleared from the murder of Catherine Pryor. Your little missus is cleared from the murder.
Jennifer's got no claim on that necklace whatsoever. It was owned by her husband.
His theorising over who killed Catherine Pryor is driving me nuts. He just goes into it in too much detail and winds the rest of the group up with his incessant questioning.
The fact is that whoever did the murder wanted the necklace, didn't they? Or saw that the necklace should have been there in the first place.
Oh, my mind just can't stand anymore. Wilmington necklace.
Tony said that he gave Catherine the necklace and 20 grand for her to disappear for a while. Maybe the whole point was that she was going to be seen with the necklace. It was going to come out that she was his daughter, and he wanted her to disappear. So, she disappeared, all right. Well, yeah.
Hello, Andy speaking.
Me?
House fire, Creeksy, engines are there and paramedics. Oh, shite!
Because that's quick, guys.
They got it in for me today. Alright, yeah, alright. Yeah, alright.
I think we got the point.
The bloody house is on fire. Huh?
Is there anyone in the ambulance at all?
I can't give you any information at all, I'm afraid.
Okay, no problem.
Don't worry, they'll find him. If I find him,
You don't have any suspicions whether it's arson or accident?
I can't make any investigation start at this moment in time until we get inside, really.
Yeah.
have you gained any?
Hi. Trevor? Hi, Trevor. Trevor, can you hear me?
Hello!
That's Trevor and Felicity.
Yeah,
so
Trevor and Felicity.
Jennifer and Tony.
We know that four...
Just wait there for a moment.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going to go and see if I can...
No problem.
Okay.
We know there's 4 people that live here.
While Richard and Andrew wait for their chance to enter Creeksy Place, the others are plotting.
The thing, will they?
Nick is passing notes to Mel about his voting strategy.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Definitely.
At the end of the day, we don't know how it's going to work out because we don't know who Andrew's going to vote for tonight. But we are hoping he's going to vote for Richard. And then me and Nick will probably work together and vote Andrew out.
It's definitely, it would work out like that, wouldn't it?
2 hours later, the blaze is under control, and Richard and Andrew enter the smouldering ruins of Creeksy.
Have you got any progress on them?
Yeah, they think there's a casualty. Somebody was hurt in these rooms, so we're looking for a casualty. They're bringing someone out now.
Yeah. We're going to need another. 2 feet to the landing, safe area.
The only person found in the house is Tony Wilmington, and he's clasping something in his hand. But will the investigators spot it?
Right, can you check his vitals? Right, Mark, can you check his vital signs for us, please?
Put it in the bag.
No, right, can you get him downstairs?
I've got the letter. It's from Catherine. Dear Jay, now you've heard the tape, you know what I've known for years.
Good evening, everybody.
Chief.
I'm afraid to say that as a result of the tragic fire at Creeksea, Tony Wilmington died in the ambulance on the way to hospital. We know Tony Wilmington is not only Jay's father, he's Catherine's father. So Catherine and Jay are what?
Brother and sister. Half brother and sister.
Richard, Andrew, you went up to the fire at Creeksea. What happened?
We found a letter that was in Tony's hand.
Would you read it out to the group?
Certainly. It's dated the 9th of November 2002, and it says, Dear Jay, now you've heard the tape, you know what I've known for years. If I can forgive him, surely you can. Please don't take this out on him or me. I love you now, as a brother, and hope we can rebuild our relationship. Let's talk at the wedding. We can't let this go on. I love you now, as always, Catherine.
So what does that tell you?
Jay now knows about the situation, and Jay could well have told Goldie, which would give Goldie potential motives for killing her sister.
What do you think, Andrew?
I think Jay would be extremely angry, Chief. He is a full Wilmington, and it looks as though he's not going to get anything at all at this stage of the game.
Angry enough to kill Andrew?
He would be very angry, Chief.
Let's talk about another one of our suspects. Let's talk about Goldie. There's one person that we haven't spoken to who could shed some light on Goldie's alibi. Who's that? Nick and Mel.
Anya Pryor.
Catherine's daughter, Anya. So I arranged an interview with Anya, which was carried out by family liaison officers.
What you remember about that Monday morning?
Well, I got up and woke up Auntie Goldie.
When the investigators first spoke to Goldie, she claimed that on the day of the murder, she was at home with Anya, getting ready for her wedding.
Goldie said she needed to go out, so Goldie went out.
So Auntie Goldie left you on your own?
Yeah.
Was she out for long?
About half an hour. And then she came back before Grandad. And then Grandad came back about 5 minutes afterwards.
What do you think about that?
You know that Frank Pryor was at the petrol station at about 11:40, 11:50 and got back at about 12:20, 12:30. So if Goldie was out for half an hour, got back 5 minutes before Frank did, that means that she would have left the house somewhere around 11:45-ish.
How far is it from the church?
Not far, 10-minute drive.
10-minute drive. Does that give Goldie an opportunity?
Definitely. The video of the murder wasn't long at all. It did literally take 2 minutes to commit that murder.
We need to ask her where she went for that trip, Chief.
Exactly.
It's time for the chief to pass or fail them on their lines of inquiry.
Team 1, Mel and Nick. You carried out the surveillance on Jennifer's antique shop. What did you learn from watching Trevor when he arrived?
She says, I told the investigators that you'd been in here a couple of days ago, almost as if she was trying to frame him.
Was there some indication that Trevor may have been closer to the church than he'd admitted?
There was.
Jennifer just suddenly decided to confess that she had no part in the murder.
So you went to check Jennifer's alibi?
So we did.
Yeah.
And it does work out. She was visiting her solicitor at the time period that she said.
Jennifer is cleared. That was good work. But Mel, Nick, you let yourselves down on day one. Hadn't you discussed what you were going to do?